Hi, welcome back to Will Candles. My name is Sherry and my videos are all about making candles in the candle business. Today I'm going to give you 7 things that I wish I would have known before I started a candle business. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start out by giving you some little interesting facts about the candle business. If you are even considering starting a candle business, or you already have started a candle business, or maybe you're kind of just in the beginning stages. So according to the market data forecast, first of all, let's talk about the global market. The global market for the candle industry is $12.8 billion. And it is expected to see a 5.7% growth from 2023 to 2030. Definitely room for everyone. Definitely a great time to start a candle business if you haven't already. And I will tell you this, the going trend, as with everything, is to get healthy. So the trend is leaning towards soy candles because it's a much healthier candle wax. So just keep that in the back of your mind as we're going through my 7 things that I'm going to share with you today that I wish I would have known before starting a candle business. Here we go. Okay, number 1. My first tidbit for you is to learn your craft. I want you to compare the amount of time that you're spending on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, just watching and looking. I want you to see how much time every day that you spend on that. If you're serious about starting a candle business, maybe you can convert that over to time that you're actually learning the craft of making candles along with the candle business. Number 2, create your business from your emotions. Emotions move people. Emotions motivate people to buy things. Emotions will make someone stop and look at something. I'm going to give you an example. When you see, well, I could say males and females, anyone see a fantastic Nike commercial, and you see that guy with those, or girl, and you see that guy or girl and they have these particular Nike shoes and they fly through the air and they shoot that ball and it goes in. They might be halfway down the court and they make it. Those shoes are selling the idea that if you buy these shoes, you're going to be great. You're going to be a great basketball player. And if that is your passion, you are really going to consider buying those shoes. And sometimes, no matter the cost, trust and believe, I was a mom that raised 3 sons. And yes, I did bite the bullet sometimes to make those boys' dreams come true. Sometimes, for me, it was just to have the shoes. For them, they had this major basketball dream. But that's another story. That's another video. Okay. When you create your business from your emotions, from your passion, something that you're very passionate about, people can relate to that because it tells a story. People want to know the why. For example, and I'll just briefly touch on this. Will Candles, the name Will, is from my son who passed away from cancer at the age of 30. He was a light for all of us. And I just couldn't accept that he was just gone. So for me, this was self-therapy. It was a way to kind of numb that pain, kind of numb that grief. But it also became interesting because I started feeling more in touch with him, more that he was still present here with me. It was very therapeutic. And then I thought, why not? And I kept hearing his voice in the back of my mind saying, Mom, you can do it. You can do it, Mom. Because he was always so positive. So that's how I came up with Will Candles. That's what drives me. And even some of his thoughts about life and just everything, I kind of put a lot of that into some of the names of the candles. And also he left me a granddaughter named Serenity. So she also has a candle that I just created called Serenity Rose. And that's another story in another video. But if you do create from your emotions and you create from a sense of passion, it's more relatable. People are more likely to take notice of that. People are more likely to want to share in that and have some piece of you or some piece of that story, or know that they are giving to a good cause, or knowing that there is supporting a grieving mom like myself. It's very, very relatable. And plus, if it is your passion, you are more driven to keep going, no matter, even when obstacles get in the way or things get a little tough. You are so passionate about it, no matter what, you will keep going, just like I have. I never dreamed I was going to start a candle business. I was actually just thinking, okay, I'm going to make this one little candle. It's going to be cute. And 2 to 3 years later, here I am. So long story short, find something that you are passionate about, because you're going to have to narrow down your niche. So you want to do something that you're going to love doing, because trust and believe, it's a lot more work than what you think, and you're going to be more involved than what you think. So make sure that you are passionate about it. Number 3, get a mentor. And this mentor doesn't even have to know that they are your mentor. They can be a YouTube personality. They can be a television personality. They can be someone that somewhere in your life has inspired you, or someone that you're watching from afar and they don't actually know everything that they're doing. You are paying attention to. And I will go ahead and share with you I have I have 3 mentors. Okay, so here's one, and you can write this down. There's a YouTuber that I've been watching, and I can't believe I have been watching her this long. Her name is Louise Pentland, and she is in the UK. First thing I noticed, of course, there was an age difference, but she was so relatable to some of the things I was experiencing or thinking of. And the other reason is because she has over 2 million subscribers. So I said, okay, she has 2 million subscribers, so she must know somewhat of what she's doing. She has also done some collaborations with the royal family. She has also done quite a few red carpet events. She's won a lot of awards. She's also a published author, a very successful one, I may say. So she doesn't have any idea that people, well, maybe she does, that people like me is sitting back and I'm watching. But as I'm watching her YouTube videos, I'm relating to her as a person, and she's very, very easy to relate to. I'm watching her kids grow up. I'm watching the places that she takes us in her adventures. But I'm also watching her camera angles, her lighting. When she has a problem, she's not shy about saying, oh my gosh, something fell over, or look at this mess behind the camera. She's not shy about just being who she is. So she has been a great mentor as far as YouTube, telling her story and being a person who is relatable. Now, there may be some other things that you might feel that are getting in your way or kind of making you hesitant to start your candle business. And it could be, you could think that, oh, I'm too young, or, oh, I'm too old, or I don't have enough skills, or, I can't learn that. Find someone who maybe experienced and overcame some of the things you were thinking and feeling. Now, for that, I felt like, oh, geez, I waited till I'm like midlife and I'm going to start a candle business. But my mentors, and they have no clue that they are, would be Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey. Why? Because they are almost 10 years older than I am. And I'm like, they're out here killing it. They're doing this. They're running this. They're doing that. And I'm like, as long as they are good and going strong, I'm good to go for at least another 10 years. Someone else that I relate to also is Michelle Obama, because we are almost the same age. So I watch her, and I watch her grace, and I watch her dignity, and I watch just her dedication. So not that I don't have some of those things, but she really takes it to another level. So there's someone directly my age that I relate to. There are two fantastic women that are older than I am that I relate to. And then there is another woman who is much younger than I am that I also relate to. And all together, they have brought me to this time in my life. So find yourself some mentors, and you will be amazed at the things that you will learn and the things that you will come to realize that, oh, that wasn't such a bad thing that happened after all. Oh, I know how to fix this. And always know, if you don't know something, always know how to find out that answer. And number 4, a lot of people don't know where to start. Like, what fragrances should I use? What kind of style, what kind of jars, what kind of everything should they go for? I wish that I would have started out with 12 what you call evergreen scents, which means these fragrances will sell all year long, no matter the holiday, no matter the weather. It doesn't matter. And make sure that it's a combination for male and female, that, not just what you like, but think about what your customers may like. So you may have some florals, may have something with some musk, or you may have some candles that are woodsy. So kind of make it a nice combo, 10 to 12 evergreen scents, and you will always have that foundation. I try to keep those particular candles always in stock, and then I build upon that. Number 5, kind of appropriate that it follows number 4. Do not chase the holidays. I started out because everyone said, oh, it's fall. There's going to be a lot of fall festivals. You got to hurry up. You got to get those candles together. Let me tell you, I hurried up, jumped in with 2 feet, got ready for fall. And then right following that was Christmas, and it was overwhelming. I did do very well profit-wise, but I will say this, it's more important to me, and I've learned this from my mentors, that I put out quality, that I'm not shipping things that are questionable. I want to make sure that wick is dead center. I want to make sure that fragrance is going to perform how it's supposed to perform. So I was not comfortable with that rush. Also, I don't think that I created a product to the level that I would have had I not been under pressure. For example, yes, and I have some things down here to show you, one of which I just dropped. Okay, so these, I order my some of my candle labels come in from Avery. I create them on Canva, and then I send them over to Avery for printing. Okay, so these, and I hope you can see these are my labels for next season's Valentine's Day. I created these during the Valentine's season, when the ads were running on television, when love was in the air, when you've seen all these inspirational things around you. I feel like I never would have created this had it not been in season already, and I was not as inspired to create. So I would say to you, do not chase the holidays. I would prepare anywhere from a year to 10 months in advance. Well, 6 months. Like, some people start really stocking up and really getting prepared for Christmas during the summer months. I'm going to push mine out a little further, just because I do a lot of my own, like these labels. I mean, I created this from scratch, and it doesn't just come to you. You're just not sitting there filling in a name and writing the fragrance notes. You're actually creating. I need the inspiration of that season to create to the best of my ability. That's what I was trying to say. So number 5, do not chase the holidays. Number 6, have more than one candle supplier for every item that you have. So there's been times when I couldn't get jars from certain candle suppliers, and I didn't know where to turn to. So always, like for your wicks, your candles, always have backup suppliers that you can go to. Believe it or not, the candle making business is really booming. Don't let that scare you away, because there's plenty of space on the market for your candles as well. But there are times, especially when people are getting geared up for the fall season, which is actually bigger than the Christmas season. So always have backup relationships with suppliers that you know that you can get that same exact product. Because what you don't want to happen is you're filling a big order, or your orders come in and they're way more than what you expected them to be, and whoo, here you are out of that particular candle jar, and you can't make those candles. Now you have no idea when they're going to restock. It could literally be a month or two. So always be prepared with a backup plan by having relationships with multiple candle supply companies. Moving on to number 7. Okay, keep organized. No matter if you're just starting, you've already started, if you're not organized, you need to get there. If you're just thinking about starting a candle business, you need to start thinking of a system, how you're going to get organized. I always think from the thought that, what if I, God forbid, get hit by a bus tomorrow and I'm comatose? Can my sons come in here and find what they need to keep my business up and going? So I always think of it from that point of view. So one of the things that I did early on in this book, I'm still filling this out because I'm transferring from one notebook to this one, but I started this book, and I don't know if you can see the tabs that are on there, but I started categories such as a list of my vendors, my logins, finances, expenses, candles, Etsy, Printify, social media accounts, and listed those out: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So what you need to do is maybe have that thought in the back of your mind. What if something happens to you? Who's going to take over? And what if you have a really good going business by that time? You certainly don't want it to fall by the wayside because you've gotten sick. Another thing going along with this, staying organized, is keep journals. So this right here, I don't know if you can see, but that is my Wick journal book. So every time that you are testing, and I cannot emphasize this enough, make sure that you are writing the date down, the wax that you used, the candle jar that you used, the fragrance that you use, the amounts, everything about that particular test, and make sure that there is a label that goes on. In fact, here's one here. Make sure that your labels have all the pertinent information on these candles. Early on, I thought, oh, I'll remember when I come back to it that this was such and such a thing. No, you don't. You get deeper and deeper into what you're doing, and there's a great chance that you won't remember when you come back. So make sure that you have labels that go into the candles, and make sure that you have this ongoing journal. Another thing, if somewhere down the road you switch, or let's say you decided not to use a wick, and then you come up with another jar or another wax, and you say, okay, well, I need that wick. And then you can always come back here and look at your journal entries for when you did the test for those wicks. So this can be a lifesaver for you, and can also be your guide as you're moving forward, what you've tried, what has failed, what was good. So always keep I keep a fragrance testing journal, I keep a wick testing journal, but within those notes I make sure that I am keeping track of the waxes that I've used, as well as the containers, the jars, vessels, what have you, whatever it is that you're wanting to call them. So my 7 pieces of advice to you: 1, learn your craft. 2, create from your emotions. Be passionate about what you're doing. 3, get a mentor, regardless of if they know that you're their mentor or not. Get one that works for you. 4, create candles with evergreen fragrances. Fragrances that are marketable all year long. 5, do not chase the holidays. Plan ahead. 6, have more than one candle supply company for everything that you use. 7, keep yourself organized and keep journals, especially for your fragrances and your wicks. And overall, I only said we were going up to 7, so don't count this as 8, just count this as a bonus. Put quality first. If you really do the best that you can do, I think you would definitely see a return on that investment of putting quality first. There are lots of times where my wick has been slightly off and I think, oh, it's just a tad, you know, and then immediately in my mind I'm thinking, Oprah would never sell that candle. So it turns out to be one of my giveaways to friends or family, the rejects. So that is just my little tidbit on making sure that I stay with the quality, and I use, let's see, Louise Pentland, Michelle Obama, Gayle King, and Oprah Winfrey. They're all my quality control people. So that's it. So there's 7 in a bonus, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, go ahead and click like down below. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget the little bell, because it will send you a notification every time I put up a new video. And that's about all I have for you today. So thanks for watching. Bye.